Where am I? There I am. That looks great. Hey, everybody. This is Philip. Look at that gray hair. Looks nice, doesn't it? This is level 3 of the podcast, basically. So if you're ready to actually hear us talk about our favorite moments, then here we go.
Yeah, you're in the right place. This is
All
Chris.
right.
That's Philip.
Everybody.
I'm Jared.
And I'm Brian.
They do now. Like, you better sit down quick.
I was talking about you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Them. I was bent over in front of everybody
It's
else.
not anything we haven't seen before.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Yeah, I've been there before with Chris, too. I've seen Chris's butt crack.
So while we're trying to get actually on track, we were going to talk about our favorite player-ready moments. And I kind of like Philip's idea going by person. So my favorite with you is when we played X-Men Clone Wars on Sega Genesis, and you murdered me several times. It's in the best of compilation. But just there was one level where it's like the timer's counting down, and I'm like, Philip, all you have to do is run past a sign. All you have to do is run past the sign. Philip, run past the sign. And it's like 3, 2, 1, and slowly the timer zooms in closer, and it's like 0, and Philip's like, oh, okay, and then finally runs past it.
this part's easier with one person. You better believe
By the way, 15 seconds, so like get your shit together.
Yeah.
Go down to the bottom. Just
the
quickly.
bottom, the bottom.
To the bottom, to the bottom, to
All
the
the way
right,
to the bottom.
to the right, to the right, to the right. Go jump into the right.
damn it, get down there!
Jump into the right! Jump into the right! Go!
Oh, holy shit! I didn't even see it!
You fucking kidding me?
Oh, man!
Oh my god, you're like, go down, go down. I said, look at this earlier, because you have to run through that part.
So, remember this emergency exit. We'll be back for that later.
You said you played this!
It's looking at these fucking graphics on a flat screen. I couldn't tell what was happening.
Oh, and you murdered me on the sand level too, like where the columns. I'm like, Philip, don't flip the switch. And he's like, shh, hold on. I gotta flip the switch. That was my favorite episode for sure. It was a couple of different episodes, but I'm sure Chris will put it up.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Really?
For the first one?
Yeah.
Yes. For my first one with Jared, yes, that is my favorite.
Yeah.
Because I had played the game multiple times back in the day. I used to be good at it, and then Jared kept. We would switch, and I would think I could do better than Jared, and then I would look like an asshole.
You fool!
Basically, but eventually I had to buckle down and play the game by myself.
Yeah, you told me you practiced.
So yes, I practiced so much so that we could finish it.
Right.
Because I was like, dude, how many this is what, like episode 10? Jesus Christ, this is a Genesis game. And I played it, and Jared kept saying, no, dude, I can do it. And I was like, no, I've practiced this. We're finishing this. It's over. Fucking shitty ass guys!
Just run! Please, don't die!
Fucking just go!
Just finish this level. If you... Fuck! Whatever. Whatever. Whatever.
I swear to God!
Whatever.
That level lasted way too fucking long!
Whatever.
I was so close!
Just whatever.
Oh my God!
Whatever. We'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for watching me.
This was the game that finally broke Phil.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's nothing that would upset Philip more than getting to the session and you're like, dude, this should have taken 2 episodes and we're on number 5. Like, fuck, I practiced and we still can't fucking get it.
Oh my god. That was such an awesome series, but yeah, that's easily mine. What about you, Bri?
Oh man, anyone who like kept up with the channel knows what my favorite series was.
Is it Sunshine?
It was Sunshine. I think it was the longest running series we did, just because I am just
Hogwash.
so bad. I'm just a garbage human being.
Well, the concept was I had beaten it several times because I love that game, but I was gonna not touch the controller the entire playthrough and let Brian take over.
Yeah, how much did you regret that after like episode 4?
Episode 1, I was sweating. And I was just like, this was a bad choice.
That was the only series that Jared and I would record without the rest of the player ready crew, because I would be like, hey Jared, I get up early today. He's like, yeah, me too. I'm like, okay, I gotta come over to your house because we gotta knock out like 4 or 5 episodes. And it would just
I remember occasionally,
awful.
like after we finished recording, there'd just be a moment of silence where I'm just like, do we really have to fucking do this?
Like, there was genuine anger. There was genuine anger in in Jared's eyes.
Yeah.
Start walking up, but just gradually press up. One more time. Up, up,
Okay.
up.
How about butt?
You gotta be close to the butt. Good. Now hang out.
Okay.
Just get on the butt and hang out. Ride it out.
You know, that's my general technique.
That's my rule of thumb. Stay on the butt.
Brian, aim!
I'm fucking aiming.
You're not! You have to, god damn it! Walk straight on towards it.
I am.
You're not. Jump inside of the hole of darkness. Woo! God
I told you these controls.
God damn it.
I don't like these controls,
It
Jared.
even gives you stairs. It's just.
I kind of know what I'm doing here.
I don't know the benefit of going straight there.
Oh my god, are you kidding? Are you fucking serious? Right after you said I know what I'm doing here. Fucking Brian.
How about you, Chris? What was your best one?
Well, I don't know, because I was a part of. I feel like I was a part of all like 900 episodes, so it's hard to like really.
For the most part,
Come-
you were. Yeah.
But I mean,
You
it's.
were.
I don't want to be self-serving, but
No, do it.
but the No Man's Sky shit. I'm serious, man. Like
I don't mean to interrupt, but No Man's Sky was the best video of all time.
I knew he was gonna do it.
But no, I mean, not. It started rough. The first one was just like,
it
let me
is-
fucking do this.
It is our.
This is a cool concept.
It's the only it's the only episode we have on the channel that has over 100,000.
But that's not
views.
my favorite episode of that. That's probably the worst episode of it.
Oh, really?
And there's some backstory. I was going to be leaving Player Ready in 3 weeks. Like, when I recorded that night, I was done. It was on the Google Calendar we referenced last episode. It was Chris's last day. It was done. I was fucking done. I tried to quit like 3 times. I was done.
Oh my god.
And
calendar because you knew none of us would look at it.
yeah, but, and Brian, I mean, I'm just gonna say, Brian was supposed to do No Man's Sky with me. We were talking about No Man's Sky for a while, and you know, it got pushed back. It got pushed back. It got pushed back. It got pushed back.
Yeah, that was what we were planning to do together.
Yeah, and we were gonna do it. And he couldn't make it that night, and I was like, dude, I want to fucking do this tonight. And then so I'm near the end. Fuck it, I'm gonna just record and see what I do. So I tried to like do the normal. Hey, this is Play Ready. Welcome to you know, I was gonna try to do it, but I can't do that by myself. Like without feeding off of somebody else and trying to play, I couldn't do it. And that's not really the kind of game that you can just kind of like. You would have seen me like fill up the gas tank for like 12 minutes,
Yeah.
you know, or whatever. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just record some footage, and I would like kind of like say some lines into a mic, and then I was like, well, that doesn't really work either. So as I was playing, I was formulating what I was gonna do. And it turned into, okay, I'll just write down these notes and jot these things down, kind of like I'm keeping a mission log. And I was like, okay. And I was like, this game's supposed to be, you can go explore everything. You can go from this solar system to that one, and it might take you 3 hours, but you can fly there. And I'm like, you know what? I want to see what happens when I fly into the sun. And so I tried for 9 hours, and while I was not getting there, I was writing the script, recording the audio, et cetera, et cetera. So it was that series, but it was more of the stuff from like episode 5 through the rest, because I finally got the groove of how I wanted to actually do it with that little sound element. So it was more like, because I'm a filmmaker, or I was a filmmaker, I'm still trying to be a filmmaker. So those episodes were like being a filmmaker. I would go and capture 5 to 7 hours of footage, write a script, perform the script, put it together, put soundtrack music in it, and so those to me were my favorites just because of that. Mission log 050517.
None shall oppose the Gek, for fear their planet shall be shaken to dust. We will weep when there are no more worlds to conquer.
The Gek are despicable. To put things into perspective, Pluto is only 327 light minutes from Earth, or only about 3 to 4 billion miles. The next closest star to Earth, other than the Sun, is 4.35 light years away. So imagine traveling 229 stars away from Earth, but realizing that distance was practically insignificant. If Nada's black hole had manifested, perhaps I'd have hope. but all I have is the image of the Pulambu Papaluma mag fucking a rock burned into my mind forever.
I'm like a dog in heat, a freak without warning. I have an appetite for sex. Cause me, so me.
To not be for me, real quick, me and Philip, I don't know, there's a lot of good moments, but something about the Hatred series, I don't know why.
Oh,
Hatred
was good.
It was a pain in the ass, but that was a really good one for me and Philip. And I really enjoyed that. Hey everybody, welcome to Play Ready. This is Chris.
This is Philip.
And what the fuck?
Oh, I thought you were dropping some kind of weird atomic bomb. That was awesome. We have that on film. You know what I'm gonna do real quick? I got a grenade.
Dude, just shoot it with the pistol a few times and ignite it.
Do this.
Oh man, run. Oh god.
Fuck that gas station. Oh yeah. Oh, that was a reef. Oh shit. Oh, blow up the gas. I didn't even fucking know that.
Sweet.
I just did that for shits and gigs. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it. I'm fine. I think we're gonna make it. Don't listen to Chris. Don't listen to him.
My bets are on we don't make it.
Whoa! And immediately I get run over by a fucking tank.
I love Power Rangers. When me and you started doing Connect stuff, that was awesome because I had never done Connect. So
yeah, so those are probably the better episodes, but the best moment with me and Jared is finishing that goddamn Star Fox game.
Oh, you know, because we lost an episode, didn't we? Like, oh man, I love Star Fox.
I love that episode because it starts with me and Chris playing that fucking game, and he used that shit footage.
We had to rebeat it because we lost. Me and Jared lost the footage of beating it, so I had to come over and rebeat it with David and Philip.
Yeah,
and we fucking couldn't do it because me and Jared had gotten the flow of the controls down, but oh god,
that was so good. That was so good because it's me and Chris screaming, and then it immediately goes into. Oh, hey, Chris. Hey, Jared. And then you guys finished the fucking game because we couldn't do it.
So guys, this is proof. This is proof. We beat the game.
We just beat it.
We just beat the game. We saw the bill thing. Completing main game. Arcade mode. Great fun.
Oh, the gold. There's a gold. Get the gold. Shit.
I was dead.
Oh my god.
All right, this is not easy. Hey, no. No, I know the controls.
Fuck! What button drops him in the fucking? Oh, I hate this fucking game.
Oh God!
Jared.
This game sucks.
No,
I'm gonna
you're good?
no.
Okay,
I don't
you're
want to
gonna do
fucking
worse.
switch with you. There you go. Just play it by yourself.
Fucking try to beat it by
He's
himself.
gonna do it solo because fuck co-op. The cockpit.
Fucking God!
You can't trust your view from anything.
That was the spot, but I can't understand the third-person view. I can't. Know what I'm fucking doing?
Oh! I don't know why you couldn't just make a real game. This is not gaming. This is garbage. This is. I think this is probably the first time I've seen Chris like really legitimately upset at Player Ready.
We're gonna beat the game. We're gonna do it, Jared.
Oh.
Me and you together.
I knew we would do it together.
Best Star Fox team ever.
Secretly, I was hoping you'd return just so I'd get the proof that I could beat this game.
Just to prove that you were better than Philip at a game.
Oh, I'm
at all games.
I'm better than Philip at a lot of games.
Look at that. First attempt.
Kablam!
First attempt.
On first attempt both times.
Didn't need infinite lives.
Awesome.
I mean, it was amazing, but that was also during the time whenever we were trying to record. Like, we were working on our quality like a machine because there'd be two people recording in one room of my house, and then like me and Brian or me and Chris would be recording in the guest room of my house.
Oh yeah, we had Studio B.
It was Studio B, and it was at that point that I was like, this is getting out of control.
And then we lost Studio B because we got intern Tyler.
Oh, Tyler.
Oh,
See,
yeah,
I wanted to
Tyler.
mention that because Tyler and I started trying to stream together, and it was so very short-lived because he ended up moving to a different town pretty shortly. But we had tons of views because we were playing F-Zero, which is F-Zero. That's probably in a best of, but the F-Zero was so hard and nobody else was playing that kind of game on Twitch at that time. So we got tons of views and people telling us we suck and how to beat everything. But the banter between me and him Like that was something that I wish could have gone a lot.
Those are on the
longer.
channel, right?
Yeah, they're still on the channel.
Those streams that you guys did.
Yeah,
are on the channel.
I've never hidden or deleted a video. It's
Nope.
all still there.
everything's
Every
there.
single thing.
Every
We
last
don't hide
moment.
anything.
Shout out to Dad for going out for ice cream 20 years ago.
Philip said, "Play a better game, guys. Come on, airplane food."
Well,
The thing talking about Tyler, just I wanted to. Tyler, to me, I loved having him there because he would just always pop out of our room. Just, sorry, fam.
Oh, what's up, fam? How you guys doing?
But like when Tyler came in and became like a semi part of the crew, it really felt like late season Scooby Doo when they brought in Scrappy.
it really did. I mean,
he was there earlier than that. He wasn't that late season.
I mean, you guys make it kind of hard to study sometimes.
Shut up, Tyler! Back in the day, I would watch every episode. Like when they would come out, I would make sure to watch it just to get that view and give it a like. Yeah.
My roommates always made fun of me for watching our episodes.
Really?
Yeah, because I would watch the episodes I was on because I hadn't seen them completed.
Right. Honestly,
they'd be like, "Is he watching himself?"
I feel like me, and I don't know if this goes for you, Chris, but I didn't really watch stuff I was in because I was like, I was in it, and I probably edited that episode, so I don't want to see it again. You know, did you ever watch?
I watched everything, kind of like quality control, kind of like, did I edit it right?
Well, I mean,
did I do this? Did I
did the vast majority of it.
I edited probably 85% of everything. I know you guys tried to help.
Yeah.
And moments were better than other moments with the help. And
We
Philip
did our
even
best.
turned into an editor for a while.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's like a quality control thing. Like, I would always watch it, and then you know.
And Chris would always
that was
tell
it.
me this was the thing that I could never figure out, unfortunately, which is only on a couple of episodes. But Chris would say, he's like, man, the audio's a little off. He's like, things are happening, and
We're talking milliseconds. I mean, like, you're off 2 frames,
but
dude.
that's
You're
the
off
thing.
2 frames.
Exactly. That's how this guy is. But that's because you've been doing it your whole fucking life. Look at that! God, look at that hair. Did you see it? Oh, nice.
Oh, no. She's back there.
You're dead, stupid! Hey, stupid! Whoa! Whoa! No! That's great! Oh, wow! That was not a good bit of damage. That was a shitload of damage.
I think we were fortunate because we all have some kind of like media production background.
Yeah.
So we had an edge on the game. The problem was just none of us were so separate from it. Like if we had a separate editor that we paid to do that, maybe that could have worked. But also we had no money. Do you guys remember the time that we went to the fucking bank? And
You guys were crazy.
We're gonna,
You guys were crazy.
We're gonna start an account because guys, we're gonna be rich YouTubers.
And we didn't even monetize video, so I don't know where the money was going to come from. But
I was telling a story, and this was really funny that day because the bank woman was laughing, while I do believe someone was looking at me like, Philip, no.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you telling this story?
Right.
I was telling a story about when I was little and I used to run and hug my dad and hit him in the balls with my head.
We are in a bank applying for a work account.
Someone was looking at me like, and then the woman was hearing my story apparently, and she's looking at me and she's just laughing.
She would have been a
was
subscriber,
like,
man.
Yeah, that was really funny.
and just so you know, because we have like a total of like 10 monetized videos.
Yeah, that's it.
That we have a total of $18 that we can
whole
cash
dollars,
in.
people.
$18.
Wait, we actually made $18?
And it's mostly the 2-minute reviews.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Let me talk about that for a second because whenever Brian first talked to me about he was going to start reviewing. It wasn't Amiibos, it was Disney Infinity, right?
Well, yeah, we did the unboxing of the Star Wars Disney Infinity set.
Right.
Those didn't go too great.
No.
So then we started saying, "Hey, I'm gonna," because I remember Chris was like, "Brian, dude, you got to come up with some more content. You can't just like show up and do shit." I was like, "No, that's fair. That's fair." So I was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna do these 2-minute reviews." So I started. The first one was Chroma Squad.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I played that with
that
you.
was your first 2-minute review.
Yeah, that was my first
I
one.
played Chroma Squad.
Which-
Chroma Squad.
I lost the argument. I felt like I shouldn't. I know I labeled the first one that, but I was like, I don't want to like lock myself into 2-minute reviews. So I've actually we've had some comments on a few of them like, I don't even know what the fuck you're saying, dude, because 2 minutes was too little time to talk about that game. And I'm like, this. The game starts with the main character astronaut crash landing on the lifeless planet. Shortly after, it's revealed that Russians had attempted to colonize there, but died off as the planet became uninhabitable, which was just enough to help me fight my way to the end of the game, unlocking the beast, some achievements, but most importantly, becoming the most famous Bull Fig Thur in the world. Yes, Bull Fig Thur.
Orange butt cheeks.
That was like a hard and fast rule. It's like video's got to be 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think
Chris went very Micro Machine Man.
Right.
Micro Machines.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff like that we tried to keep putting into a box, and I think if we had kind of let ourselves go in like 2 minute review, okay, it might be like 3 minutes. It just depends, you know.
Yeah.
We were putting so much pressure on ourselves in hindsight.
Well, it's because a lot of people, and I don't know for sure, but like I know, just like thinking back to the original Grumps, just like because they were kind of like the archetype of this type of format. It was like basically 2 assholes are going to sit on a couch and play Sonic, the weird one where Sonic tongue kisses a human woman.
06.
Yeah, 06. And they're just going to record it and put it up on the internet. And we came in there like, okay, so we're going to do this, and we're going to do this many episodes a week, and we're going to have this format, and it's this and that. Episodes need to be around 10 minutes, but no more, no less. And it just, we did not know what the fuck we were doing.
Nice! Filthy! Nasty! Basketball! And also, I mean, streaming had already become the thing.
Yeah.
We were like, the reference we always liked, or I like to use, was we were trying to do hair metal in 1997.
It's like, we may have been good, but...
Yeah, and streaming took off like big time, and even now, like, gaming... on YouTube is such a smaller thing than what it used to be. I feel it kind of went in a wave, and that's literally how everything goes.
I mean, everybody that was everybody that were the gaming kings back in the day. You got Markiplier, of course, PewDiePie, people like that. None of them are. They're doing gaming. It's very little.
Oh yeah,
now.
they're
it's
doing
very little now.
They did so much more live action. And back to some of my favorite things, Festivus was one of my favorite.
Oh, I was gonna bring up Festivus.
Yeah, I just want you to put in video of Festivus.
You're too fucking loud. I can't hear myself think when you just exist. You have no fucking personality. I can hear your beard scratching in the mic. And you have a bird nose.
I don't want to play another goddamn game with you for life. 1 round of sunshine. I've lost my goddamn mind.
I hate the way you eat bananas. Why do you eat them like that? That's ridiculous. That's not how you eat bananas.
I do want to say that what sucks, and I just wasn't a fan of streaming just because of my nature.
Yeah.
And just what I like to do, but it would have been a lot easier. Like, a lot easier to be streamers than all the trouble that it takes to do video. But I just like creating content as opposed to streaming and just being there. I don't know, it's just me. So it would have been easier, but
it feels like low effort content, even though we totally know it's not.
Well, again, the Agamacon thing, whenever we were listening to this new person's perspective on it, she was like, oh, I actually like YouTube because I can pre-produce the content. And I was like, man, that sounds so backwards from what we were thinking, because Twitch, we would just turn on the camera and then, people would flood in. And it's, again, YouTube, gaming, everything goes like this.
Yeah, because we did Until Dawn on Twitch, I think.
And I think, I mean, not to, because I think Brian was trying to do this too just a moment ago. Like, I'm not discounting streamers, because actually you have to be an entertainer that can continue to entertain the whole time.
Oh, it's like being a live performer.
But it's just, and it's a different format, but the key is it takes less time of my day, because you would get together and record long sessions. Now I'm editing every night and all this and putting thumbnails and this and this and this, whereas you just turn it on and you go on and you're done when you turn it off. But you have to be the right, and you also have to have a household that can allow for it. When you got a kid sleeping in the next room, it's hard to go with that format.
Well, we keep joking, but like, it was in my house that we were recording everything, and there was so many nights where I would just sleep on the floor behind the couch, because I was like, I want to still be involved, guys, but it's 4 a.m. and I have to be at work in like a few hours.
And there were so many nights where Jared was afraid that his neighbors were gonna get upset because I was so fucking loud.
Philip's volume was constantly at 11. And I was like, my neighbors are pretty cool, but it was like, I guess a duplex. So
Yeah, it was. You guys shared a firewall.
shared wall,
Yep.
and I was like, they're gonna complain. We're gonna have to stop player ready.
Fucking shit! It's over. It's done. I'm done.
No, you got one more.
I'm done. No, I'm done. Play whatever the fuck you want. I'm done.
Oh yeah, give me that beer! Come on, man! Oh yeah, man! What the? Come on!
Yeah! Vengeance is mine! Vengeance is mine!
Because I don't know why we recorded at my house.
I don't. I actually I know the reasons why.
Because you were like the epicenter, dude. Everyone
Yeah.
was like the closest to you.
Well, it was that, and you had the only space capable
Yeah, you
for
were
it.
the only
'cause
one.
Chris had the kid at home. I live in a hovel.
Shack down by the beach.
Yeah, I live in a van down by the river. And Philip, I can't remember why we didn't do things at your house. It
I
was
living with my parents.
yeah, you were living at the parents' house. So
and because of Jared, because I mean it was because I couldn't start till 10 o'clock at night. Still kind of can't. And it was frustrating for Jared because we would take over his house, and we were wanting to take over his house all the time because we're trying to do all this content, and we were also trying to start becoming relevant to like, hey, this game comes out tonight, let's play it. And so then we finally had to institute the real Studio B, which was out at my mom's house in this building, and that's where me and Philip, and that's why we sort of like, we were on like 3 times a week, and Jared and Brian would start squeezing in because we could go out and just record all night, and we didn't care. So we instituted the second studio at that point, which is where we continued it on pretty much after Jared and Brian left. Was there
because when we say we took over Jared's house, we legitimately took over. Especially if we did like a live action, like you were talking about the Festivus episode. So Festivus episode, we had a camera running in the entire length of the house. So his whole house was taken up by then. We were shooting in the kitchen. We were shooting in the living room. We were shooting on the couch. And then like Tyler was like, Tyler, you got to be in your room. You're relegated to your room.
Yeah.
And like
guy.
we legitimately took over the whole house.
Yeah.
And it was fun, but at the same time, like if I just had 3, because like here's the thing. Philip and I like to drink.
Yeah.
So Philip would get drunk, and then Philip getting drunk would get me to get drunk, and then we're up till 6 a.m. drinking fucking Ouzo or whatever we could get our hands on.
Should we watch the football? Let's watch this game. Hey, bros, you got dinner ready?
We got it. Potatoes, all right.
There was a number of times where I'll say you guys actually cleaned up behind yourself really well.
Yeah, we tried.
And y'all put in a bunch of
we're
effort,
grown, man.
but then I still had to like scrub out the funk that was left because if I was having a friend over or something, I'm like, I need to vacuum. There's shit everywhere. There's all these wires. Like if there's a camera in the corner of the room and the girl's over, she's like, "What's that for?" And I'm like, "Oh, I have a channel." And she's like, "What about the one in the bedroom?" And I was like, "That's for us." You have to explain yourself.
I like
sometimes.
that joke. I like
Man,
it.
that's a joke.
But
They looked at me like, "Did Jared just say a fucking joke?"
the bad thing too, and like it was Jared, I think he said he had to throw out his couch because
I got rid of it in Raleigh.
Yeah, because I left probably a metric ton of fart in that couch.
Basically a shit stain. Like my girlfriend now, she was like, we need to get rid of this couch and get something nicer. And I was like, we need to burn this thing. Because that was the player ready.
Good.
Everybody has like the gaming couch, you know? And that thing, I remember whenever like I had some schmuck pick it up, but at like $20 too. I think I didn't get very much for it. But I was like, there was a lot of memories on here. I just, you know how you can freeze a moment in your mind? You're just like, oh, I remember, you know, us doing Festivus. Brian slammed down that pole and was like, "It's Festivus, motherfuckers." And just, I remember Five Nights at Freddy's, whenever we did that live action thing.
Oh god. Oh god. Buttons don't work. Buttons don't work. Oh god. Oh god. I'm hitting shift and control. I'm hitting. Oh! Okay. What do I do?
That was Chica.
Oh god. Chica's gonna be so bad. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus.
Oh yeah, we did the face cam for the first time.
Yeah.
And one of them scared me so bad that I pulled a groin muscle and had to sit out.
You went, so great. It was like, stuff like that was awesome. And, you know, even now I miss it, and I hope we're doing more stuff because I just want to hang out and I want to, you know, play some games.
I pressed the wrong goddamn button.
Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bump.
I'm gonna fuck you up, Buck Bumble.
Holy shit.
Boom!
Holy shit. Boom! Holy shit. Boom! Boom! Boom!
Philip.
Uh-huh.
Keep them entertained.
All right.
I'm going into
Here we go.
serious mode.
All right, serious mode. Brian's in serious mode, which means that I'm gonna have to entertain you guys for now. So, have you guys ever heard the joke about the chicken and the potato? So anyway, the chicken eats the potato. Right? Am I right? That's pretty funny. So anyway,
Why did they fuck it up? Why did they fuck it up? Why? You could have
Because
just
they
left it
wanted you to
alone.
really play the
You could have
game.
just left it
They
alone.
wanted you to just play the game.
No! This is not how anybody plays it! This is not how you fucking play Mega Man! Whoa! Wait! Wait! This is it! He's dead! Oh my god! He's fucking dead! Oh my god!
oh! We just beat Timbo! Yeah!
Timbo!
Oh yeah! Timbo, the badass elephant.
Take that, you son of a bitch!
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a
No!
minute. Oh, it's not it.
No!
Oh, that's right! That's right, that's right! Because I said there was a second part!
This is the second part!
This is the second part!
That was just the first part!
Yep, that was just the first part. But we
Philip.
might be able to continue here.
I
Maybe.
don't think so.
Maybe?
I don't think
Yes?
so.
Yes?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I celebrated too early. I blew out my vocal cords too early. Right as you God damn it! And just imagine that guy to the right staring at you out of his window from across your home or apartment. I was in Jared's room with him while Jared was editing. And I'm sitting on the floor and we're bullshitting and Chris is packing up stuff. And Brian comes into Jared's room and he's like, hey guys, blah, blah, blah. And then proceeds to sit on Jared's bed. And literally 2 seconds afterwards, the front of the bed collapses. Yes.
Like this.
And I'm sitting there laughing my ass off. And Jared is... I'm sure I wasn't looking at Jared. I was looking at the bed broken, and Jared's probably stunned. Like, why did you do this to me?
To be honest,
what
Jared,
is
I think,
going
was
on?
already 1 foot off the door of Play It Ready already at that point anyway.
Yeah. But then what happened was me and Brian and Jared all proceeded to try to put Jared's bed back together after that. And
This is like 5 o'clock in the morning.
All the king's horses and all the
Yes.
king's men could not put Jared's bed back together again.
And as well, I think we succeeded for the most part because you still had the bed, but you were the only one in it, aside from the sometimes you'd have some ladies in there.
I remember my dad had to come over and drill 2x4s into the
Oh,
thing
no
just to-
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what happened?
I still have that bed, by the way.
Oh, you do?
It's up in my guest bedroom, but it is like welded now, re-welded, just because.
Holy shit!
It's
But yeah, that was
broke
hilarious.
as hail.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, and I have the pictures. I'll try to remember to send them.
Before we wrap this up, I just wanted to mention a few of the things from my perspective, that was more, I guess, shocking about Play Ready. Like I would think that, all right, let's do something more than just turn the thing on, go 10 minutes and turn it off. So we would try to do some different things, like, the unboxings and the No Man's Sky. And so I thought we'd try multiple, new ideas. Like we tried out this translate this thing where you take Google Translate and play the game. And I got lazy with it because the first episode was like, okay, nobody watched this shit. And it was like shocking. You would do something no one else is doing, and it's like no one gives a fuck about this like at all. And it's like okay. And then we tried this like battle of the game thing and put a lot of time into it. And I think those are pretty good episodes. But then no one cared. No one watched it.
Yeah.
And but then I was like, let's do these trailers. Like every month, let's like give a preview of what we're going to be playing. And so this is going to lead into something I want to make sure I shout out to before we end these 3 episodes here.
Those are
And so I was like, let's do these. This is after Jared and Brian had left. All these things are actually I was like, let's try to figure out ways to make it just not me and Philip playing games. And I was like, we'll do these trailers. And I hit this one trailer for March.
Where's LeBron James versus a lizard man? It's a ghost dick!
Is that yours or mine?
I don't know what it is. I'm scared to touch it.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, now touch me, baby.
This game is weird as fuck.
Even though I'm a shoot 'em up person, I don't play PC games. So if it's not on console, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So, I love like 1942 and I love Mars Matrix and I love shoot 'em ups. But I didn't know what the hell Toho is. I bought this import fighting game, which was a Toho game. Like, sweet, we'll play it. It's a fighting game. Me and Phil love fighting games. So it was in the trailer. Ha ha ha. And then boom, we put that series out, and all of a sudden, this group of hardcore fans, like the biggest increase since the No Man's Sky increase, which was like crazy as fuck. And those guys are hardcore, and I was hoping we were going to do some Toho stuff this session, but me and Philip might get to it sometime, but there's not going to be any anytime soon if you're looking for them. But those fans, they're hardcore,
we'll get to it
and I really
eventually.
appreciated them because they really kind of gave, for me, a new life, because finally, we were near the end.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's try these trailers. Let's see if this works. Like, what's going to work to get some traction? And when those guys showed up and started commenting on every video, liking every video, giving us 200 views every video, it was like the No Man's Sky thing all over again. Like, holy shit, these guys are awesome. And, a lot of it's like, you're doing it wrong, or you don't know who the fuck that character is, but it was a true, genuine back and forth with them. And so I wanted to give a shout out to those people by also telling that story about you would try all this different shit, and it just happens to be like you stumble upon a hardcore fan base who's dying for content. And sometimes it's about the games you play, which we were talking about in the last thing, I think. I think a lot of the reason we didn't blow up is me and Philip especially, we don't give a fuck about what people want to see people playing. We just want to play what we want to play, and that's never going to work.
Right.
I mean,
it's not. That's not a thing that works. It just isn't, unfortunately. He's exactly right. And I would also like to give a shout out to the Toho folks, because that's what me and Chris did, and like he said, we were getting anywhere from 200 to 2,000 views per episode. And aside from Chris's Flying to the Sun video, that's the majority of our subscribers, are the people that came in for the Tohos.
It's not a fair fight. A high school chick with some superpowers against the
versus
fucking
an immortal?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not a fair fight.
Who's been living for forever and wants to die? Like, she has nothing.
Yeah, she has nothing to fucking lose.
No fucks to give. I don't know what's happening. Like, I don't either. I fell asleep like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, that's a bullet! That's a bullet!
Shit!
Oh, fuck!
That's why do you need a gun if you can shoot bullets out of your fingers, but...
Yeah, right?
Fucking witches.
Fucking witches! Oh, always ruining my day. Oh, nice. Dude, did you do it? No, of course not. What the fuck? What is this? What is this? Oh my god!
Player Ready After Dark is intended for mature audiences only.
Hey everybody, David just shit himself, and this is Player Ready.
Welcome to Player Ready After Dark, kids, where we make you feel creepy. Tonight we're gonna be going to the Far East for a little taste of the exotic. Ketsu watabaru.
Ketsu watabaru.
That is Japanese for I eat the whole ass.
Oh shit! I love that!
Ketsu watabaru.
Ketsu watabaru. I'm gonna say it like a fighting game character. Ketsu watabaru. Yeah, you ain't got nothing on me, bitch. I got all them titties. I got all the upper body strength, motherfucker.
Get that ass cracked.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that ass.
Jesus, where was my thought?
Sorry. Hey everybody! I'm a big old floppy penis.
I'm like a clown, only I'm a penis. Look at how I spin around and take out generators. Chris got broken.
God damn it. Fucking shit.
I'll go for something for a second. But I wanted to shout out people like, remember Karina? That would watch all of our videos.
Karina
she'll be watching this, I guarantee.
Yeah.
I still follow her on Instagram and Twitter.
Me too.
She's still,
sometimes she like likes my stuff on Facebook, and I'm just like, I remember whenever we had a first few like real fans. Yeah. And that was the moment where we all got shoved forward and we're like, this is why we're doing this. And we started to get excited. I think if we had more of that, we would have kept going and kind of, it would have dissolved some of the like pain that we were having with like, oh, we got to do a session, you know. And I think we could have got more by doing streaming, but it's all like because we didn't do this or because we didn't do this. Whatever. I mean, you know, but those dedicated fans were the ones that was like made it super exciting and thrilling. You were like, oh my God, let's check this out.
The very one that I remember, and I can never remember his real name because I always just remember his Instagram name, but remember when we did Soul Reaver?
Yeah,
Matt.
Legacy of Kain.
I was
about
to shout out everybody who, yes, Matt.
Yeah, he
the guy who, and I'm still, he's still on Instagram, and I still will like his stuff when he posts things.
He took Philip's artwork from the thumbnail and printed it on a t-shirt.
And I was so scared to send him an address because that's back when I was like, no one needs to know our address. None of this. Because he was adamant about, hey, I will send this to you.
Yeah, it did.
And I wish I had just said, hey, yeah, cool, dude, send that to me because you clearly spent time on this.
Didn't Karina send us a package also, or she never did? Or she was going to?
She sent Philip. I thought she sent you some stuff, didn't she?
She didn't send me anything.
Didn't she draw
Again,
us or something?
I was... No, that was...
he was scared to give out the address.
That
but
was the
Karina
other
was the one
person that I need to
hardcore.
shout out because we had Jake.
Yeah, Jake.
We had Matt.
Thank you. I was going to go to Jake. Yep.
Jake was the kid from the UK.
Jake was our first fan.
Yep. Matt was the Scottish dude. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. Karina was the German girl. And Gabby, who was the...
Gabby!
Is the one who drew the picture of us first. Yeah, but before... Because Phoenix drew a picture of us too. Mm-hmm. But she's the one who drew the first... That was hand-drawn, hand-colored picture. Yes, of us.
And I feel like whenever you can name your subscribers one by one, like that's a sign of like how small this stayed, but it was amazing experience.
Those were our fans, man. Those were our fans.
They were big time. I mean, they were hardcore. They were commenting on every video.
Oh yeah, Karina was always the first to comment, like within 10 minutes of a video going up. Jake too. He was always in there first.
So I know where my thought was like 3 minutes ago, so I'm gonna finish it before I lose it time, and then we're wrapping this. So we're talking about
the beer's empty.
Most viewed videos, and one of our most viewed series, which this is kind of upsetting, and I'm sorry if this offends anybody, which not really, but so me and Philip played, when it first came out in Japan, we played Schoolgirl Zombie Hunter. That shit got like 10 views. Then it got 12 views. And some of those episodes are some of my favorite episodes me and Philip have. I put some real hardcore editing in some of those around the 7 to 10 range. And that was a fun game. And then we had the Japanese copy because I thought for sure there was no way in fucking hell that game was coming to the United States at all. So I thought, let's do it. So we played all the way through it in Japanese. And it still had like 30 views when we stopped the channel for the most part. When we like just dropped it dead, it was done. And then it came out to the United States.
All of a sudden.
And I bought it. Actually bought it again just to support them bringing it here. And then all of a sudden, thousands of views.
Look at her! Look at that! That is a t-shirt waiting to happen. There's a whole line of everything.
Yeah.
Toys, mugs, t-shirts. Fuck. Oh my God.
You think, oh cool, no one else had that video up. But no one knew what it was, I guess. But then later it blows up and then it's like, hey, I'm not even there to comment back at you. So, but that's it for me on this one.
Yeah. One last thing is, I don't think I appreciated the effort that Chris was putting in with all these games that were like unreleased or like he had to mod a system. We had a top loader Dreamcast at some point. All these things that I just now I'm like, I think I want a top loader Dreamcast. Like I'm just getting into game collecting. And back then it was like the guys just bring games over to my house. I try to order a pizza or something. And I'm now realizing like I would have never played those games if you guys hadn't brought them or even like mentioned it to me or anything like that.
Yeah.
So that was what made Player Ready special for me, because now that I'm super into collecting games, I'm just like, I never would have played half these if it weren't for like you guys talking about it and exposing me to it.
And that's what's crazy. Like, I talked to Jared like a year ago, and he's like, dude, I'm hardcore into PlayStation. I'm hardcore into this. I'm getting a Dreamcast. I'm like, so now you're playing games. Now you're playing games. Now you know what games are.
Well, my life slowed down a little bit. Again, I was in a band. I was like trying to do all this stuff, and you know,
now all you need is a Saturn. Now you need a Saturn.
I have a Sega Saturn Fight Stick. Yeah,
Really?
but I don't have a Sega Saturn.
It don't do you much good without the Saturn.
Well, I've been thinking about one thing that's blowing up on YouTube is like garage sale videos. And I'm super into garage sales because I got Fire Emblem on GameCube for like $20. So all these new things.
Oh, yeah, you was telling me about that earlier.
New ways to consider these videos. It's like, what's the new, thing that's for gamers? So, I hope that we can do more stuff in the future, but I've loved it and I love seeing you guys.
Yeah, if tonight is the last Player Ready session, I don't know about y'all, but I could die happy.
Yeah, so
not completely, but like happy with where we left Player Ready.
Cocaine! Drink this! Yes! Yes!
It's a little softer!
Smoke this! You excited? Yes! Yes!
Hey, you out there with the kids! You ready to rock? I made a deal with
Smoke this!
Again?
Man, you walked down the area! Fuck! Shoot away! I got it! I can start it up! Idiot! It's good! It's good!
8 out of 10.
I hate to say it, I probably wouldn't pay money for this.
Axe body spray.
Are we done here?